Good morning, everybody. It's Ann Varillo here with StampWithAnn.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York, located just outside of Syracuse. Happy Labor Day. It's September 2nd. I'm not coming live this week because I'm going to be gone actually on a little vacay to go see the Yankees play in Chicago. So I've pre-recorded all of my videos, but I wanted to make sure you guys saw the card class kit to go this week. So I am using the Winterly Treetops bundle, and that's a brand new bundle that will be available for order on September 4th. So it's in the new mini catalog, and I just had so much fun crafting with it this week. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Now, if you aren't familiar with my weekly card class kit to go, if you make a qualifying purchase of $40 before tax and shipping in my online store, I send you out the kit to make 6 cards, so that's 2 of each design. And I provide all of the cardstock, designer series paper, embellishments, ribbon that you'll need to complete the cards. The only thing I don't do, and I can't because of Stampin' Up's policy, is do the actual stamping. Now, when it's a bundle, if there's any dies in that particular bundle that I'm featuring, I don't include those die cuts, but if I use a different die from another die set, then I would definitely include those. So if you like these cards and you want to get your hands on the Winterly Treetops bundle, stay tuned for September 4th and check it out in my online store. So let's get started. Going to do a fun quick card. It's super easy, and I case this one out of our mini caddy. So I'll pop you down to my craft table. There you go. Okay, so let me show you the set. This is the Winterly Treetops. I love it. It's kind of, it's good for just basic sentiments, but you can also incorporate these for Christmas. So if you have some Christmas sentiments, I didn't do that for these 3 cards because I wanted to really kind of feature these sentiments here, but it's really a great set for the holidays as well. And then here's the dies. I used a lot of the dies in the cards that, actually the one card today that I'm going to share, I didn't use any of the dies actually, but they're fun. You can cut out the images, and what I love about this too, let's see, I'll take it out, is these dies, I love it when they pair them with the designer series paper. This actually cuts out one of the images on the designer series paper. So I really thought that was great as well. I did do that for one of the cards that I'm going to show you for this week. So this is the cute set. And I don't have the pack of designer series paper that I used right in front of me. Sorry about that. But on my next video, I'll grab that and show you the designer series paper. It's super cute too. So let me put this back away. I'm not going to use that. So I'll give you a little sneak peek. I'm going to post on my blog today, later this afternoon, the first of the cards that we're going to be making. But I wanted to show you the cards. So this is the card we're going to make today. And it's super simple. This one I cased out of the mini caddy. And I used the sentiment here on the inside from Perennial Postage. I thought that was super cute. And then we'll do some embossing today, and I'll show you a little trick on how I did that. So that's this card for today. Now here's the other card. Super cute, right? I stamped that, die cut it. That's the inside. Used some of the dies here. And the birch tree embossing folder. So that will go on my blog on Wednesday. And then this one is the fun fold, sending thanks and so much and much love. So this, I actually used I die cut this out of the designer series paper, and this is part of the designer series paper as well. So super simple, fun fold, but I'll show you how to do that on Friday. So let's get started here. I used this sentiment, the one in the catalog was thinking of you. I think they used that on this one. Yeah, thinking of you always. That's the one that they used in the caddy. But since I already used it on this card, I didn't want to duplicate it. So I went with this one. Okay, so your card kit includes everything that you need to do except for if I die cut. I didn't include the die cuts if it's related to this bundle. So here's the designer series paper. This is the inside panel. We'll just set this aside for right now. And let me get out my bone folder. We'll go ahead and burnish this score line. I also include in the card kit a complete PDF tutorial. So there'll be instructions for all 3 cards, but you'll also have these videos if you need to reference back. So let's see. I didn't tilt this one. Let me get the glue out. We'll go ahead and glue this down. So I know it's Labor Day. Do you guys have plans for today? Everybody's doing barbecues. We're having today is actually Labor Day, so I am recording this on Labor Day. We're having a family barbecue here, so I'm trying to get this all done early because everybody's coming over at noon. We're going to celebrate one of my great niece's birthday. She just turned 4, so we're going to celebrate her birthday. And my other niece made a cute unicorn cake. I might post that on my blog so you guys can see. So what I did with this panel was I just angled it slightly. You guys know me, I'm pretty basic and simple. I would have just layered it like that. But to add some dimension to it, I just angled it ever so slightly. And that is what they had in the caddy as well. So we'll go ahead and adhere this with our glue. You can use your Stampin' Seal if you like. So we'll just kind of angle that like so. Make sure you get it down good. And the paper is just gorgeous. So you really don't have to do a lot to create with this card because we're letting the paper really do and I think we're going to do this. We're going to put the sentiment down at the bottom because, you know, I cut different pieces of the designer series paper out. So this isn't the exact same as this one, which you can use it. You don't have to have the exact same. But if I put this up here, I'm going to be covering up that cute little birdie. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to end up putting my sentiment down here. But let me show you something that's real cute for, not real cute, but a little trick. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to emboss the sentiment with my Versamark ink. I'll be honest, sometimes I have a hard time with the cling red stamps because I like the other ones where I can see the actual stamp better because sometimes I put these on a little crooked, like I'm sure everybody does too, right? So I took a piece of scrap paper. This is just old scrap paper. And I just want to test it to make sure I've lined it up good so that I can get a straight stamp out of it. And what I'll do is just kind of stamp this on my scrap paper. And I'll see how that lines up. And then I can adjust the stamp on the block if I need to. So look, I think that looks pretty darn straight, right? So now I'll go ahead and I'll stamp it on my little tag here. And I actually cut extra tags just in case I messed up. But we'll go ahead and, so I'm just going to put some Versamark ink. Oh, you know what? The other thing I want to do before I do that, I'm taking this little chalk bag. It's a little, so it's a tool that if you rub it on your cardstock, especially when you're using darker cardstock, it'll it'll make sure that the embossing powder doesn't stick all over the card and only sticks to your stamped sentiment. So I really like to use this, especially if I'm using black cardstock, because otherwise I get little remnants of my embossing powder. So we'll just go ahead and stamp this. Hopefully I'll get it straight on here. Make sure we get a good impression. Looks pretty good, right? So I'll bring over my embossing tray, embossing powder. And what I'm gonna do is just gonna pour some of this embossing powder right on here. Oops. I kind of flip it off a little bit, then I put a little bit more on, because I want to get good coverage on there. Ah! Look at me, too funny. Oh dear. Not doing that very good, am I? With my tweezers here. So I've got a little bit of powder on here, and I just kind of want to get that off. So what I do is I just take a little paintbrush, and I kind of just brush along the sides here so that I don't have a lot of that powder sticking. I think that looks pretty good. Got a little bit here. Okay, I think we're ready. I'm just gonna get this out of the way real quick. Pour that right back in. This is the little stamp emboss tray. I'm gonna put this down for a minute. And then we'll go ahead and emboss this. So I'm just gonna bring my embosser over. You can see that coming to light. That's pretty good. Let's just check that out. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, we'll put the heat tool away. Got to be careful. You don't want to put too much heat on here because it'll burn it. And by the way, this is copper clay cardstock. So again, we're just going to stick this right down here on the bottom. Before that though, I want to tie a little, this, what did I do with the, oh, it's over there. This is included in the, not the suite, in the new catalog, this linen thread. So I need my scissors. Just gonna cut this, and I'm just gonna tie a little bow, because I want this little bow underneath here. Yeah, this is little linen thread. Okay, so here's my little trick. Gotta get those tails out of there. I want it to be big enough that you can actually see the bow underneath here. And I think this is gonna be a little bit too, let's try this again. So we'll do it again. Oops. Well, Maybe we won't do it again. I want to make sure you can see it underneath. I probably should have tied a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's tie bigger. That way I don't have as much to, oh, my linen thread is. Look at how that curls right back up. Too funny. Okay, now I probably cut too much off. That's okay. I'll always save it and use it for something else. Put it in my bag. There we go. This will be better. So let me just see how big I need it. Okay, make that smaller. Guys could probably hear my husband out there with his leaf blower. He's obsessive about his leaves, has to clear them all the time. I think that's good. So let's trim the tails on here. And don't forget, if you cut it too long like this, save that. Some of it you can't save, like this little tiny piece. But this, I could easily use this in another project. So we'll just put this down with a little mini glue dot, which I have here. If I can find, here they are. I'm just going to use a mini glue dot. Put that right down here. And then we'll pop the sentiment up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to put 2 on this one side over here. Put that over there. So this, again, super easy card, cased right out of the caddy. Did a little embossing. And if you didn't want to emboss it, you could easily, there we go. Isn't that cute? You could easily stamp, you know, maybe in early espresso, and you could still use the copper clay and just stamp that in early espresso. So you don't always have to do it exactly as I've done it, but I really like the embossing technique, so I wanted to show you that. So let's do the inside panel. A little bit of embossing stuff around here. Again, just using the Designer Series paper as a little trim. Right down here. Make sure that's on there good. All right, and then we're gonna stamp You're Simply Marvelous in gray granite. I love easy cards. So we'll go ahead and stamp this right there in the middle. Perfect. And then we'll adhere that on the inside. But we're not quite done. I got to add a few little things to the front. Little bit of bling. So if you guys are watching the replay, please leave me a comment and let me know where you're watching from. I love to go back and read the comments. Okay, that's that. And then here's some Earth Tones Shimmer Gems. So I'm going to add a couple of the gems here to the front because I love my bling. And I'm actually going to put some, oops, if I can get this one off of here. There. How about there? And I'll use a couple little ones. Put one down here. Let's see if I can get that down right. And I need one more because I feel like it's needs one up here. So we go ahead and put a little one up here. There we go. So there you have it. Those are the 2 cards. Again, letting the designer series paper do all the work, and just a quick, nice sentiment. So I really think that turned out great. Okay, so that's our first card in our weekly card class to go. You can get all the details down on the link that I've posted below in the description. And if you're not following me on my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos for inspiration in your crafting and card making. And also on Facebook, if you don't follow me, make sure you follow me and give me a thumbs up and a like, okay? So listen, I hope you guys have a wonderful Labor Day. Enjoy this holiday, and come back and see me on Wednesday and Friday of this week as well. Bye.